Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the virtual college fair for all Virginia students, sponsored by the Virginia Association of Collegiate Registrars and Admissions Counselors and StriveScan. Thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. Your camera and microphone are off so the panelists cannot see or hear you. And this is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check out the full schedule at strivescan.com/Virginia. This presentation is being recorded and will be available within about a week at that same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. And now I'll put up our schedule for the day. We are here in session B1, so I'm going to turn it over to our first presenter, James Madison University.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. My name is Devin, and I am a senior admissions counselor here in the Office of Admissions at JMU. I am a proud JMU alum. I graduated in 2016 with a Bachelor's of Science in Hospitality Management. So just excited to talk to you this morning to learn more about JMU, located in Harrisonburg, Virginia. As you'll see today, our focus here at JMU is truly on the undergraduate experience. We provide unique opportunities in and outside of the classroom with plenty of academic support and student life resources. Our students receive individualized attention from their faculty members as our professors' true passion is teaching and educating their students. So to get to know a little bit more about JMU is that we are a public state school with a total enrollment of approximately 22,000 students, 20,000 of which are undergraduate students. But despite our large size, we maintain a strong sense of community and a small school feel. I think this is evident in our small class sizes, which is an average of 25 students. And in fact, only 12% of our classes have more than 50 students in them. Additionally, 98% of our classes are taught by professors as opposed to graduate assistants or teaching assistants. We recognize that college is an investment, so we have you learning from the experts in the field. There's plenty of support here at JMU, academic or otherwise. So if you have any questions on specifics, just drop them in the Q&A and I'll get to them at the end of the presentation. JMU, we are a D1 school with 17 Division I varsity sports. Game days are just so exciting and part of my favorite days here at JMU, as school spirit here is unparalleled. And I think that's one of the many reasons why JMU is the most recommended university by alumni and our students. I think this also has a great deal to do with our high freshman retention rate, which is at 89%, almost 10 points above the national average. So now that we've learned a little bit more about JMU, just want to take a second to go over how do you get here. So we'll talk a little bit about our admissions process. So for seniors, you will apply during your senior year. This year, our deadlines look a little different. Our early action non-binding deadline is November 15th, and our regular decision deadline is February 1st. So there's plenty of time to apply. What we're looking for when you apply, we'll go over as well as what you need to apply, what is required. When you apply online, either via the coalition or via the JMU application. It makes no difference to me. You'll also need to submit your transcript as well as your senior year schedule. Those are truly the only three things that are required to attend or to apply. The optional pieces include one letter of recommendation, extracurriculars, a personal statement, and standardized test scores. If any of those things are going to be beneficial to your application, you're welcome to submit them, but they are not required. What we are looking for is we are focusing on your core curriculum throughout your 4 years of high school. We define core curriculum as math, English, lab science, social science, and foreign languages. So really we care about the grades within those programs, within those 4 or 5 clusters, as well as looking for good A's and B's, as well as seeing that you've challenged yourself with rigorous coursework, looking for AB, AP, IB, dual enrollment, honors when it's offered at your school. I want to note that test scores are truly optional at JMU. This is not new. This is something we have been doing for a couple of years now, and it is truly not required. So keep that in mind for admissions, for scholarships, and for honors college. Those decisions for all of those are truly test blind, and we do not need them. It is important to note also that intended major is not a factor in admissions, so you are not directly admitted into any program, which is why the admissions criteria is all the same. At JMU, we offer over 164 different academic areas of study across 8 different colleges, including an honors college. Much of the learning here takes place across different academic disciplines in an environment of innovation and collaboration. Many of our students will choose to double major, have a major and a minor, or a major and 2 minors even. And as you can see, we offer a wide variety of programs. In addition to every student's major, all JMU students complete a common core of classes, which we call general education courses. Some of our top majors, to name a few, include communication, marketing, health sciences, nursing, computer science, engineering, biology, music, graphic design, education, psychology, finance, just to name a few. If you're unsure of what you want to study, that is absolutely fine. We provide a lot of resources for our undecided students. And as you can see, you're bound to find something that you are interested in. And you have until the beginning of your sophomore year to declare a major. As I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the presentation, we are in Harrisonburg, Virginia. We're located right off of 81. And so to kind of put it into context for you, we are just 2 hours outside of Richmond, Virginia, and 2 hours outside of Washington, D.C. Within the Harrisonburg area, there are an abundance of outdoor adventure opportunities for you, and many of our students take advantage of those things here at JMU, either through our campus recreation programs or other options. So you don't want to miss out on those things. If you get a chance to visit, and I hope that you can at some point in the future, our downtown area has a ton of great restaurants with lots of local and unique cuisine, so I highly recommend. We have 450 student clubs at JMU, so there's never a dull moment around here between campus as well as Harrisonburg, Virginia. So on the screen here, you will see my contact information. So that is just how you can get in touch with me, as well as how you can learn more about JMU. In the right-hand corner of your screen, you'll see the QR code that you can scan to get on our mailing list if you choose. We do also have a lot of virtual options right now that I highly recommend to learn more about JMU and majors. So feel free to check that out if you can at jmu.edu/admissions. Thanks so much.
All right, thank you. And next we'll hear from Briar College.
Good afternoon. Good morning. My name is Adam New. I'm an admissions counselor here at Briar College, located in Central Virginia, about 20 miles from Lynchburg and about 40 minutes from Charlottesville. We're located in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. I am also the head golf coach here at Briar, and it's good to have each and every one of you guys here. A little bit about Briar College. We're an all-women's college, educating women since 1906. We have a very spacious campus, a little less than 3,000 acres. We have 2 vineyards on campus, a student-run aviary, 27,000 square foot greenhouse as well. 99%, we are a residential campus. 99% of our students live on campus, and we're dedicated to preparing young women to face the challenges of the 21st century. We are intentionally small. We have less than 400 students. We are currently operating in person, actually, with 0 COVID cases today. We are average class size of fewer than 10 students, 10-to-1 faculty-student ratio. We offer 20 undergraduate programs, including pre-med, pre-vet, pre-law. We have a Master of Arts in Teaching. We have one of 2 ABET accredited engineering programs in the country for women. And we have a unique calendar system. We offer a 3-week, a 12-week, we come back with the 12-week, and then finish with the 3-week. We have gotten away from our general education and replaced it with a leadership core class, which is 10 courses that span over multiple disciplines throughout the liberal arts and science education. We have an academic resource campus in the basement of our library for tutoring, time management that's free of charge, and we have career services working with students during their first year. 6 out of 10 of our students work with faculty research projects on campus, which is 3 times the number of students at other colleges. We have a 90% placement rate after graduation. 6 months after graduation, you are either in your desired field or in a postgraduate program. 8 out of our 10 students have at least one intern experience compared to 5 out of 10 students at other colleges. We also offer a $2,000 grant for engaged learning that you can use for going overseas or towards your internship. We have more than 20 clubs on campus, and if we do not offer a club, the only thing it takes to start a club here at Sweet Briar is you, a couple of friends, and a faculty advisor. Those are some of the clubs. We have a student-run aviary on campus, so a beekeeping club, and these are just a few of our clubs in general. We are in the ODAC. We're an NCAA Division III school. We operate in the Old Dominion Athletic Conference. We have tennis, swimming, lacrosse, field hockey, cross country, soccer, and golf. We also have 2 club sports that are very active on campus, which is our club softball program, as well as our club volleyball program. Sweet Briar has a long history of riding. We offer equine studies. We have one of the largest indoor college arenas in the nation, and we're consistently ranked among the best college for equestrian facilities. We have about 55 school-owned horses, and we have about 30 other horses that girls bring to board here during their experience. We are affordable. Our tuition this year is $36,200, $21,900 for tuition, $800 in fees, and about $13,500 for room and board. 99% of our students receive merit or need-based financial aid, and there's the number to submit for your FAFSA. Applications, we are online at sbc.edu, or we do accept the Common App. We are early decision, early action, enrolling admission after December 1st. Our early decision deadline is November 1st, so we're quickly approaching that. There's no fee to apply. We are test optional with a 3.0 GPA, and we also recommend letters, essays. We want to know each and every one of our students holistically and evaluate that. If you want to get in touch with us and learn more and visit, we do personalized tours. We do virtual tours Tuesdays at 9, Wednesdays at 7, and Thursdays at 4. And we are available for in-person visits Monday through Friday, and we offer a tour at 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. There's our contact information at www.sbc.edu, and you can contact us at the admissions office at admissions@sbc.edu. Thank you very much for your time, and look forward to hearing from you.
All right, thank you. And next up is WVU Potomac State College.
Hello, everyone, and good morning. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Cassie Weiss, and I'm an admissions counselor with WVU Potomac State College. I primarily work with students in Virginia, Maryland, and DC. So let me tell you a little bit about us. So first off, you see that famous song right there on my opening slide of Country Roads. So let's learn a little bit more, and let me take you along on a tour to the place where you belong. All right, so a little bit about Potomac State. Our name suggests we are WVU. So we are part of the West Virginia University system. And on our campus, you're going to get a little bit of the best of both worlds. So you're going to get that big university curriculum, just like you would in Morgantown or Beckley, but you're going to get that delivered on a really small college campus. We are located in Kaiser, West Virginia, which is in Mineral County in the Eastern Panhandle. So we're in a really small rural town. Kaiser has about 5,000 total residents, but we are close to some of your larger cities. So we're under 3 hours away from Pittsburgh, Washington, DC, and Baltimore. And we are only about an hour and a half away from our flagship campus in Morgantown as well. So on our campus, we do offer small but challenging classes with dedicated professors. We do have a 20-to-1 student to faculty ratio. We are considered one of the most affordable four-year institutions in the country. We do offer 6 four-year programs. We do primarily offer 2-year programs on our campus. We do have an enrollment of about 1,300 students. Our normal freshman class is somewhere around 450 to 475 freshmen each year. We do offer 11 championship athletic teams. They all compete on the junior college level, so the NJCAA. We do have a vibrant residential campus. So we have 5 different residence halls. We are the only junior college in the state of West Virginia that offers on-campus housing. Last year, we did disperse over $600,000 in scholarships. And of course, it's free to apply to Potomac State and no test scores are required. So on our campus, there is a variety of ways that you can forge a future that you can be proud of. So we do offer over 60 majors on our campus. And we do have a variety of ways you can earn primarily 2-year degrees. So we do have 2-year degrees where you can go out and graduate and start your career right away. We have 2-year transfer degrees where you can easily move to WVU Morgantown or WVU Beckley by completing a change of campus form, or you can choose to go to another university. We also have begun offering 2-year online degrees, so you can earn that degree right from the comfort of your own home. We have those available in business administration and in general studies, excuse me. And then again, we do offer 4-year degrees as well. We have 6 programs. Specifically, the nursing BSM is the same program as WVU nursing. And then one of the other ones I'd like to highlight is our sustainable agriculture entrepreneurship program. It is a really unique ag program that we offer on our campus that no other programs are like it in the surrounding states. So we all know that college can be hard at times, and we like to be able to help our students through any of those challenges that may come up. So in our Mary F. Shipper library, we do have professionals that are able to help you locate any information you may be looking for. So you do have access to the WVU online databases. So thousands of books, magazines, scientific journals, anything that you need to cite in a paper, you're going to be able to find it. And you're going to be able to have access to those resources anytime, anywhere, right at your fingertips through your computer. The other thing that we provide in our Mary F. Shipper library is the Academic Success Center. So in there, we offer free and peer and professional tutoring to all of our students. So anyone can go in there and get tutoring for free, and our professional tutors are available for math, science, and English courses. We are one of the most affordable colleges in the country. So you're seeing this year's tuition-free fees, which were not raised. So for out-of-state students, you are seeing about $11,500. Metro students, for students in Virginia, Metro applies to students from Frederick County or Winchester City Schools, so you do get about a $4,000 tuition break. Our room and board runs right around $8,500 for the year. So for out of state, you're looking at right around $20,000, and if you qualify for Metro, just under $16,000 per year for us. So that's 2 full semesters. And of course, we also offer a variety of options for financial aid to help you with those fees. 84% of our first-time freshmen do qualify for some form of financial aid. And for us, we offer a lot of different scholarships. You can see in that chart, there's a bunch of different tiers. This process does mirror Morgantown's process as well. And there's no separate scholarship application. So starting new this year, though, we are going to start also offering Go First scholarships, which will now not require any test scores. So those scholarships will be based strictly on your GPA. Our scholarships of distinction do require you to submit your test scores to us. You can reach out to our financial aid counselors at this email at any time if you have any questions. And we do use the same FAFSA code as for all 3 WVU campuses of 003827. So housing and residence life. So we do have a variety of options for you. Like I said, we have 5 different residence halls, including University Place, Catamount Place, Reynolds Hall, Friend Hall, and Memorial Hall. So we have suite style living, single rooms, and traditional living with a bunch of different amenities. There are several ways for you to connect with the Catamount community as well, with over 30 student clubs and organizations. We have Student Rec Center and our athletic teams, of course. So of course, if you would like to learn more about us, please visit some of our virtual options. You can find all of our contact information for our counselors under Let's Talk. And of course, we want you to strive to apply. Again, no application fee, no test scores required. You can find that application at go.wvu.edu/PSC apply. Thank you so much.
All right, and up next is the University of Wyoming.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for being here this morning. My name is Adrienne Loveland. I am the Assistant Director of Admission for the University of Wyoming, as well as a very proud graduate. So this is one of my favorite things to talk about, so let's get started. For those of you that don't know, we are located in Laramie, Wyoming, which is in the southeast corner of the state. We're a square state. To put it into perspective, we're 2.5 hours north of Denver, Colorado, about 45 minutes north of Fort Collins, Colorado, and our state capital, Cheyenne in Wyoming, we're about 45 minutes west of that. Laramie is a little more rural. We're a town of about 30,000, but it is mighty. We are actually the only four-year public institution in the entire state. So there is a lot of love and loyalty for this school, and we're going to talk a little more about that. But to get started, this is our campus. This is Prexy's Pasture. It's one of my favorite places on campus because this is where you're going to see everyone. People have to walk through here to go through all the buildings and the residence halls. So it's sort of a gathering place. We have about 12,000 students, a little over, actually from all 50 states and over 90 countries are represented on our campus. We love this because this brings a lot of richness to our campus and a lot of diversity in thought and culture and experience. We offer a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio. So again, you know, we want you to get the most out of your education. It's important to us that you learn from experts. So the smaller we can make those, the better. 90% of those classes are taught by professors and not graduate students or teaching assistants. And my whole entire career at Wyoming, I only had one, and that was in a chemistry lab when I thought I was going to be a chemistry major for a year. Our average class size is 30. It's an average, so there's some smaller, some that are going to be larger. But our most proud number that on this sheet is that 92% of our students had jobs or were in graduate school 6 months within graduation. So not only are you going to get a fantastic education at Wyoming, industry really seeks out our students. They know that we produce fantastic employees. They're well-rounded, they're smart, they're innovative, and that really makes them extremely marketable. We are in between two mountain ranges. So if you like anything outdoor, guess what? It is in your backyard. We are 15 minutes from world-class mountain biking and rock climbing. We are 30 minutes from a ski lift where you can literally, if you hit red lights, it'll take you 30 minutes and you can be in huge powder. Anything else that you like to do, whether that's hiking, camping, fishing, whitewater rafting, we've got it. Ladies, if you like to fly fish, we actually have a group called the Fish and Chicks, and they have won countless awards for their group activities and have kind of gone all over the United States fly fishing. So there is really something for everyone. We are a Division I athletic school. We play in West Conference, which is also with San Diego State, UNLV, New Mexico, Utah State, Colorado State, Air Force, Fresno State, and San Jose State. Fun fact about Wyoming, we actually have the most active NFL players in the Mountain West Conference, including Josh Allen, the starting quarterback of the Buffalo Bills. We do offer club sports and intramural sports. We have a fantastic Greek system. Wyoming, if you enjoy choir or music or symphony or art, you never need to be that major to participate in it. We do have over 300 clubs and organizations, as well as a strong student government. I mentioned this at the beginning that there's a lot of love and loyalty for this school, but again, being that four-year school, there's not a state divided. There's no pro team, so everybody cheers on the Wyoming Cowboys. We do offer over 200 different areas of study. We do allow double majors as well as majors and minors. A couple of things to make note of: we are known for our engineering program, as we are a Tier 1 engineering institution. We have been ranked as number 6 for our education program because we are one of the last 3% of schools in the country to have a lab school. So we have kids kindergarten through 8th grade going to school in our College of Education. We are in the top 13% of business schools in the country, and our environmental and natural resources is second to none, because if you like conservation, renewability, or sustainability, that's your program. As well as we do offer a direct entry nursing and pharmacy program. So a little bit about admissions to the University of Wyoming. We are a moderately selective institution, meaning we're going to look for these classes that you've taken in high school. 4 years of math, science, and English, 4 years of electives, and 3 years of social science. In addition to that, if you have a 3.0 unweighted GPA, congratulations, welcome to Wyoming. We do not need a test score for admission, but we do need it for scholarships. We're on a rolling admission, so we're always accepting applications. We take the Common App or our own regular application, and just your $40 application fee and your transcripts. This is our graph for Scholarships will take your best ACT or SAT, your unweighted GPA, and where they can coincide on this graph is the amount that you will be awarded every year for 4 years, as long as you maintain a 3.0 GPA with us. This is me. I know that's a lot of information, so if I can help in any way or ever answer any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. We'd love to have you at Wyoming, and we'd love to tell you more about it. Go Pokes!
All right, and next is Randolph College.
Hey, Kareem, you're still on mute.
Thank you. All right, so I'm gonna restart what I said. Randolph College, I'm a admissions counselor here. Graduated from Randolph in class of 2019. I was a BS in biology and chemistry. I was on the pre-med track looking on my way to be a doctor. But it's a lot of good things about Randolph. We're in the Lynchburg area, very rural area to me personally, because there's a lot to do, a lot of different activities, a lot of places to eat, because I know I like to eat. And that was one of my big things about a city is there a lot of things to eat. But to get into all the fun stuff about the school, we're a small school, around about 600 students. With that comes with a lot of good perks, in my opinion. You have the small class sizes. In a sense, you have the 8-to-1 ratio for student to faculty. So you're able to speak with your professor, get that more one-on-one time with your professor, which is pretty cool as well too. About 30 majors, 43 minors, so you're able to double major. We have a lot of different specialties as well, like for example, dual degree in engineering. That's one of our most popular things on campus as well, outside of biology and education in itself. So basically you'll do 2 years here, 3 years at another school. You'll be able to get your master's and bachelor's in that program as well too. But we have a new master's degree on campus as well, which is the master's in sports coaching. That's something I'm excited about just because as a former athlete, I ran track and field. It's something that I always look forward to is like coaching myself. And there's a lot of athletes at our school. We're about 60% athletic. So a lot of students have been very grateful for that. And they have about 2-3 more coming on this next year. So I'm excited to see what those programs are as well. But our logo or hashtag is being original. So we want you to be yourself. We want you to be able to come to school, find a place where you can figure out who you are so that after your 4 years, you're on a path to where you want to be, to do the things you want to do in life. And we have a lot of different clubs and organizations on campus. You're able to start your own. You're able to, participate to others. I know for myself, I started an ultimate Frisbee team on campus, which was pretty cool, pretty fun. I always had a lot of students out. Even some of the faculty came out to play. Even had the president out once before when we had like kickball and stuff. So a lot of professors and stuff are rarely involved in everything that we do, from the student pride to the athletic pride, all types of things as well too. A lot of different research opportunities and things that come along with that. In the sense of the professors helping you out, being able to, be there for you, go through everything, because you're able to do research your freshman year, which I thought was pretty cool. I was expecting to wait until my junior year to do research personally, but getting it done my first year and being able to do multiple research projects as well, which is very good for your resume, especially if you're going to grad school, medical school, law school, all types of things. Just getting those internships, shadowing and things like that are really big. But outside of the research and the internships, one big thing I really loved about was going out of the country. So we have a RISE grant that's $2,000. It's basically free educational money. You have to find a reason to use it. For me, I use it to go overseas to Scotland, Ireland, and London. It was a pretty fun time. I had an amazing time in the summer. Got to spend a lot of time with people I had met over there, still in contact with them. It's the relationships that you build. Randolph is really big about, helping you build relationships and, carry on with life so that you have a life outside of Randolph as well. But outside of that, we have other things as well in the sense of our American Culture program or our summer research program, which both are fully paid. It's a great programs. You get to study different things, whether you're doing research with the professor for the summer research or the American Culture program, which is also one of my favorites. You do something in the sense of, like, I know the last one they did was legalization of marijuana in the Wild Wild West. So you just do a whole semester of working on these things, figuring out, doing some work, doing some paperwork as well, in a sense, and you go over to those cities or those states and you basically look at the difference of what Virginia is like versus what those states are like, or those cities in Lynchburg as well. So that's pretty cool, and it's fully paid for, which is something I like about Randolph. They do their best to make sure everything gets to free as possible. So that's one thing I enjoyed about my 4 years. But more importantly, as a student athlete, sometimes things can get stressful. Sometimes you can get to a point where things can get kind of hectic for you because of a busy schedule. So something that Randolph has took the initiative for is on the left-hand side, you see the common model. Usually you have 4 to 6 classes, give or about, depending on, what year you are in college and what your major is. Well, I know for me as a student athlete, I know 1 year of my junior year, I had 4 of the higher level classes and 2 other classes, plus running track and doing other things on campus because I was very involved. And it got kind of hectic, kind of stressful. And I was trying to figure out a way to get it solved. But with the support system of all the tutors, the professors being there for you, just, other students having your back and stuff and helping you study, it works out well for you. But because of that, they have looked at things and, how can we change that? So they came up with the Take Two initiative, which is basically where you're taking your 14 weeks and you're splitting into 2 7-weeks. During each 2 7-weeks, you're only taking 2 classes. And on Wednesdays, you have no class. So I know for me, I was always good on Monday, and then around Wednesday, depending on the week, I would be losing energy. So having that Wednesday would be really nice to have as well, too. So we have a lot of opportunities for you to have on campus and a lot of different things for you to come, whereas campus tour, virtual visits, or things like that. But more importantly, our application, there's no fee. A lot of different things that comes with that, no essay, 2 different ones. We're test optional as well, rolling admissions. But please visit. You have a lot more questions. I know I didn't get through it all, but very excited to talk to you and get more information for you.
All right, and our last school for this 6x6 is the University of Oregon, and then we'll have a few minutes for a Q&A.
All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Vicki Van Patten. I'm the admissions counselor for Virginia at the University of Oregon. And so to give you some background about the UO, we have around 23,000 students on our campus, and just under 19,000 of those students are undergraduate, meaning they're studying for their bachelor's degree. So we have students that are coming from all 50 states across the country and over 100 different countries worldwide. And so with that, you can see the greener the state, the more students that are coming from that area. So there are quite a few coming out from your area. And with that too, we have our campus located across 295 acres. And so our students always refer to it as a Goldilocks campus, not too big, not too small. And you can walk from one end of campus to the other in about 15, 20 minutes. So you're gonna be able to get to your classes. You don't have to drive, have a car, anything like that. Our students typically walk, longboard, or bike to class. When we're thinking about where we're located in the state of Oregon, we are the 2nd largest city here in Eugene. And then we're about 2 hours south of Portland, which is our largest city in the state of Oregon. We're also centrally located with about an hour drive to the mountains and about an hour drive to the Pacific Ocean, and then 3.5 hours to the California border. So if you like any sort of outdoor recreation, it's a great place for that. We also have a little bit of a misconception that Oregon is just covered in trees everywhere. It's only about 50% forests, and then it's more urban than you would think. That's something we always like to note for students. We are a Tier 1 National Public Research University, so a member of the Association of American Universities. There's only about 36 institutions in North America that have that distinction, and that means that about 75% of our students will engage in research while they're on our campus. So we find that students often think that research is happening mainly in the STEM field, but we like to assure students it's happening across all areas on campus. So we have folks who are documenting native languages where there might only be a few people still speaking that language on the entire earth. We have folks who are studying women in comics over time. We do have folks working with carbon cycles and multimedia journalism, doing virtual reality hikes. So you're going to be able to engage in research early on, as early as your first term on campus. So that's something that's really unique because we have such a large undergraduate population. We also have about 240 different majors, minors, and concentrations that you can study while you're on our campus. And you don't have to know your major when you're applying to the university or when you first join. So some of our top programs are going to be things like human physiology, biology, business administration. Architecture is a really strong program, but just know that you have a wide range of options to choose from, and you're going to have a lot of academic advisors to help you make that decision. We also have over 300 different student organizations and clubs that you can join. So outside of the classroom, our students are really involved, and there are different options for all students. We have clubs that are interest-based, some that are academics. We have folks who are interested in fraternity and sorority life. So just know that there are things all across campus to be involved in. We do have Division I athletics, so our students really rally behind our teams. They definitely do this really fun tradition where it's called the Walk to Autzen, and there's a footbridge that goes over the river to our football stadium. And so they say over the river and through the woods to Autzen we go. The duck rides out on a motorcycle before every home game. So it's a lot of fun. Definitely school spirit throughout campus and the city. When we're thinking about career readiness, we have a variety of different career workshops, folks who will help you with interviewing skills, writing resume, cover letter, and some of our top employers of Ducks are places like Adidas, Amazon, Apple, Facebook, Google, Nike. And what's cool with that too is our students are doing some really neat things after graduation. So the student right here, Sage, went to go work for Google after graduation. We had a student who helped make a Beats by Dr. Dre commercial for the Super Bowl. So we also have folks who are interning at places like the Library of Congress or students doing internships with Marvel Comics. So again, just know that you have a lot of opportunities. When we're thinking about applying to the University of Oregon, we do a holistic review process. So we are looking at all this criteria here on the screen and making a decision. So we don't have minimums or cutoffs. We're looking at things like your grade point average, your grade trend, your courses and course rigor, senior year schedule. We like to see that you're staying strong with those courses throughout senior year. And then activities, work, and volunteering. So anything you're doing outside of the classroom, we'd love to hear about it. We know that students have different situations. And so just know that this area is open to a lot of different options, whether it's a school activity, community activity, if you're working after school, babysitting a younger sibling, anything like that you can put on there. We are test optional, so you can submit ACT and SAT scores if you would like, but it's not required. And students who submit test scores are not at an advantage to be admitted over students without test scores. So we are truly test optional. And then our personal statement. So that's really your time to shine as a student. Tell us more about your application that we can't see from looking at your transcript and your general information. That's my favorite part about being an admissions counselor, is reading what you're passionate about, what you want to do in college or something that you have done in the past. And so really use this area to shine through. We have some deadlines to keep in mind for your senior year. So November 1 is our early action deadline, and that is non-binding. If you apply by November 1, you'll have a response from us by December 15th. And then January 15th is our regular decision deadline. So with that, you'll have a response by April 1st. And February 15th is our document deadline. So any supporting documents that you want to have in, you'll send that by May 1st. You'll send that by February 15th, and then May 1st is the National Decision Day. Different ways to explore the UO. We have a variety of virtual events through our virtual.uoregon.edu website. So definitely feel free to check that out and attend the virtual events and the campus tour. And then if you have any questions at all, please feel free to contact me. My name is Vicki. Again, this is my email address. All right, thank you.
All right, fantastic. So that is everybody for this 6x6 session. So I definitely want to make sure we have time for some Q&A at the end here. We've got about 7 minutes if anybody has any questions to ask through our Q&A chat box. And as we keep an eye on that chat box, I want to invite all of our panelists to turn on their videos, and we'll go in presentation order and just tell me something unique or fun, or a fun tradition about your school, or if there's something you didn't get to in your presentation. Now would be a chance for you to bring that up in the last few minutes that we have here, while we also keep an eye on our Q&A section. So we'll go back and start with James Madison University.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, hopefully everyone found that informative. I think I always like to talk about the reasons why I chose JMU. And I think for me, school spirit was a big deal when I was choosing a school. And JMU, I think what I mentioned in my presentation, but just has so much school spirit and lots of traditions. My favorite one is traditionally at football games, we throw streamers for every touchdown. And so to see the stadium just light up with purple gold streamers is just really exciting, and lots of things like that. So that's something I really enjoyed. We're also a very open community, and we hold doors for students, and I truly mean hold doors. You could be 20 feet from me, but I would wait for you to get to the door to open the door for you. So I think that's just very encompassing of how welcoming and inviting our university is.
I think Sweet Briar was next.
Um, this is Adam at Briar, and I usually like to take this time to, first of all, thank you guys for listening, but I also like to highlight our 3,000 acre campus. We have about 18 miles of single track trail located on campus. We have 2 lakes. We have a very active outdoor community. We have an outdoor program. We do hiking, mountain biking. We're 40 minutes away from Wintergreen Ski Resort. But also like to take time to highlight the fact that we're back, and we're in where we call it the pink bubble. We're back with in-person classes. We have had limited number of COVID cases, and we're just excited to be back on campus, and our students are as well.
So something I didn't really talk about in my spiel, Potomac State College, we are surrounded by the mountains and all kinds of different outdoor recreation opportunities here in Kaiser. So you can make it to some of the state parks like Blackwater Falls, or we also have several ski resorts around like Canaan Valley. There's opportunities to go down the river on the Potomac, whether you float or you kayak. And actually through our student rec center, we rent kayaks to our students for free, as well as tents and mountain bikes for all those outdoor activities that are around us. And one other cool thing, considering I talked a little bit about our SAGE program, our ag program, we do have 800 acres of farmland that go with our campus as well, separated up into 3 different farms. So we have different livestock herds on our campus as well. So anything that you may want as far as agriculture, we've got it for you.
So we have a lot of traditions depending on what you're involved in, but 2 that were really big when I was there that I think are pretty fun. One, on the full moon, every full moon, we do a midnight snowshoe through Vitavue, which is really cool. And then you end with a huge bonfire out in this prairie, which is a really fun activity. And like hundreds of students do this every time there's a full moon. And then the second thing, Colorado State is our arch rival for football. Well, for all sports actually, but for football, a big tradition that we have is each school's ROTC team run the game ball to the middle. We can have this middle meeting point, and there's all these rocks that people have spray painted with either Go Pokes or Go Rams, and the head coaches meet there too, and I'm sure say really kind, inspiring things to one another. They exchange the game ball, and we play for a bronze boot. It's a boot from Vietnam from a football player, and we've bronzed it, and it's a big thing. Whoever wins it, then it's like a huge parade downtown, and the students love it. So the bronze boot, the border war, is a huge event in Wyoming and northern Colorado every year.
Something I like to speak about some of my favorite things on campus. More importantly, like Fall Fest, Ring Week, Pumpkin Parade. These are little things that you get to do in a sense of like, I know for Pumpkin Parade and Ring Week, we had a lot of you basically your sister class. So if you're a junior or senior, you'll have either freshmen or sophomores. And they'll leave gifts by your door for a whole entire week. And you never know who they are. You never get to meet them. And then at the end of the week for Ring Week, you do a scavenger hunt, and you basically run all around campus at night. And then you go to this fancy dinner, and they present you with your class ring. And it's something like one of the coolest things I've ever experienced, just because the guy who had me, like, he gave me the best gifts. And I was like, wow, you really know me. How is this possible? Found out that your roommate is actually the person that texts them the whole entire week of things that you like. So it's a really fun thing. It was kind of weird that he knew all of that, but at the end of the week, finding that out, it's just that joy in it and that excitement and stuff. And I wish I can go back and do it. I know this year they're sending out boxes of gifts, and like Randolph is paying the shipment for the person to send the gift. So you don't know who they're from, it's anonymously, but at the end of the week, you get like this cool ring and stuff. So it's really cool.
One of my favorite traditions at the University of Oregon is the street fair. So it happens every fall and every spring, and we have tons of food trucks that will come and they'll park down 13th Street, which is the main road on our campus. And so you can walk around, you can eat German food, Japanese food, Hawaiian food, and just kind of go through all of the different food trucks. Our students are really excited, and it's all outdoors. So you'll see tons of people outside, rain or shine. There's tons of energy that comes with that. And so that's always my favorite option. It happens throughout the whole week. So you can go back every single day and, you know, get food from different areas. And They have fun like treats too with cheesecake and funnel cake. So it's just a really good time and our students seem to really like that.
All right, so with that, we are just about at time for this session. So I want to thank all of the panelists who joined us this morning and all of the participants for watching. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. And again, this is just one of many different sessions being hosted. We've got another one starting in just about 15 minutes. So be sure to sign up for additional sessions at strivescan.com/Virginia. And in about a week, you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all the other session recordings at that same website, strivescan.com/Virginia. So I'm sure I'll see a few of the students in our next session starting in about 15 minutes. And to everyone else, have a great day.